The ups and downs of USC's last-second loss, a tale of missed opportunities. In a heart-stopping finish, USC's fate hung in the balance as they faced Illinois in a thrilling encounter. The game was a roller coaster of emotions, with mistakes, penalties, and controversial calls shaping the outcome. Let's dive into the story and uncover the key moments that left fans on the edge of their seats. Champaign, Illinois, witnessed a dramatic battle between the 21st-ranked USC and the 23rd-ranked Illinois. From the get-go, USC faced a series of challenges. They were missing key players, including 2 starting offensive linemen, and their top red zone target. And just before the game, their defensive leader, Kamari Ramsey, was sidelined due to food poisoning. It seemed like the odds were stacked against them. But here's where it gets controversial. As the game progressed, USC's struggles became evident. Their rushing attack faltered, and both lines were dominated. Self-inflicted errors and clock management issues added to their woes. However, fate intervened in a fortunate twist. Linebacker Eric Gentry punched out a fumble, and safety Christian Pierce secured the loose ball, giving USC a glimmer of hope with 6 minutes left. USC capitalized on this gift, marching down the field and finding wideout Makai Lemon in the corner of the end zone. It was a moment of pure elation for the Trojans, who led 32-31 with less than 2 minutes remaining. But this is the part most people miss. USC's defense, which had been a concern all game, failed once again. A pass interference call on cornerback DJ Harvey, USC's 8th penalty, put Illinois in a favorable position. Quarterback Luke Altmaier, who had an exceptional game, moved his team into field goal range with a 13-yard run. Illinois seized the moment and kicked a winning 41-yard field goal, leaving USC's hopes dashed. The finish sparked a debate among fans and analysts. Should Coach Lincoln Riley have managed the clock differently before scoring? Riley defended his decision, stating that scoring against a good defense on the road was the priority. But the question remains, could better clock management have changed the outcome? USC's defense, which had been a source of pride earlier in the season, let them down. Altmaier picked them apart, throwing and running for touchdowns, and even catching a score on a trick play. USC's defense allowed over 500 yards, a rare occurrence since D'Anton Lynn took over as defensive coordinator. On the offensive side, Jaden Maiava had an inconsistent game but still managed to throw for 364 yards and 2 scores. Wayman Jordan ran for 2 touchdowns, but an early fumble marred his performance. Illinois, too, had its share of mistakes, fumbling on the goal line and struggling to move the ball at times. Back-breaking errors continued to haunt the Trojans. Maiava threw his first interception of the season, and he struggled with pressure, sailing passes and missing open receivers. However, Makai Lemon stepped up with a Herculean effort, catching 11 receptions for 152 yards and 2 touchdowns. The absence of key players, including left tackle Elijah Page and center Killian O'Connor, added to USC's challenges. Ramsey's absence was particularly significant, as he had been a stabilizing force for the struggling secondary. And this is where the story takes an emotional turn. USC's secondary, once again, proved to be their Achilles heel. Coach Riley acknowledged the need for improvement, stating, "We've got to get better. It wasn't good enough, obviously." The game could have taken a different turn with a few fortunate bounces or better execution. But in the end, USC was left to explain why things didn't go their way. Riley remained optimistic, believing his team has the potential to be tough to beat with some polish and improvements. So, what's your take on USC's last-second loss? Do you think better clock management could have changed the outcome? Or was it simply a case of too many mistakes and penalties? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.